in the tundra where the chill gives birth, rises a beacon of unmeasured worth. Yakograd stands with its banner so bold, a land of a story that's yet to be told. Oh, Yakograd, we raise our cheers. Through icy winds your voice appears. The Yak our guide, strong, steady and true. With Commissary J, the future's new. Fields of frost silver, rivers that gleam. Every heartbeat swears to the dream. From peak to valley, our pride won't fade. In the Republic, the greatest is made. Oh, Yakograd, we raise our cheers. Through icy winds, your voice appears. The Yak our guide, strong, steady and true. With Commissary J, the future's new. Every storm we weather, we stand refined. EJ commanding both heart and mind. The Yak shall graze where the heavens bow. To Yakograd we make this vow. Oh, Yakograd, we raise our cheers. Through icy winds your voice appears. The Yak our guide, strong, steady and true. With Commissary J, the future's new.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing? It is Friday, and I'd say we'll go back into the office today. We've been doing some good work on the car, and now it's time to jump back and play some games today. So we're gonna play some workers, and we're gonna go from there. There was an announcement for a new DLC for workers called Early Start, which here, you guys are going to want to see this here. Take a look. So we'll jump right in, get right into this. Check this out. Yes, hi, I would like to turn the volume down on this video. Yeah, guess not. I'm noticing a lot of hey, prison walls. Great. Huh. Here, how about we just pop through right to YouTube and we take a look at the trailer that way. All right, what is this? I saw a lot of different cars in there. Older vehicles. New vehicles, new maps. All right. I wonder if you have to dodge purges. That'd be pretty funny. Look at the old fire trucks. And I like the old buildings. That's cool. The old style buildings. That's pretty sweet. Was that a 377? Oh, yeah. And it's called Boeing. Oh, yeah, it is a 307. 377 is different. The 377 is based off the V29. That's based off the B17. I'm not sure if it's called that, though, but... Pizza, enchiladas, tortellini, marinara with salami or barbecue chicken. Tortellini marinara with salami, Brima, for dinner. Oh, cool. Look at the old streetcars. Oh, I like these old buildings. Oh, that's cool. The salami. Wait, what was that? Hold on. What was that menu? Our Bat Distillery, cost of delivery per ton, 25.31. Cost is calculated. Oh, that's probably something in the lower difficulties. I don't, because I was like, wait a minute. Purchase? Different track builders right there. Yeah. Socialism is over. Capitalism is even older. Just saying. Oh, I like these buildings. That's cool. We'll be able to make better urban centers with those. Definitely. The real question is, how the heck, what are we going to do with Yakograd? Crap. When does this come out? Oh, well, we got a month. Huh. Okay. It comes out 2 days after Roadcraft. Wow, May and June are going to be a little bit busy for your boy, huh? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. All right. All right. Speed 2 the game. We're just going to have to play more workers to get it done. Definitely looks like they improved the textures for the game. Yeah, maybe. And you said this was going to be a space launch channel. Something like that. There'd be a lot of stuff going on. Very low, Jessa. That's probably not going to happen. No, this is communism channel. No. I don't play this game like a commie. All right. If we did play this game like a filthy communist, we would have failed a long time ago. State-run capitalism, baby. That's what we're doing. It's different. Okay. Never thought what started as a joke would become the main game of the channel. It's a good game, dude. What do you want? We'll play other games, though. I'm very close to getting this game right. And, yeah, should be good. I'm having a good time, and that's all I want. Okay. Good to know. Do you need to add a sound where it says, time for you to face the wall? That is very compelling argument. Now face the wall, please. All right, so, where were we at? July 27th, 1967. We have the 3 flats built. We needed more highly educated people, and we had, because, oh man, we're still floating 0% unemployment, and we started making money again, but we can't really spend money on any more rubles. So we can't really spend money on anything else. We can't spend more rubles. We have to get that money up. This is not enough in case something goes catastrophically wrong. I don't like saying that out loud. This is not enough to be able to survive if something goes bad. I mean, we can always switch to the dollar, and that would be great, but I just watched the trailer, Ingrim, like probably 15 seconds before you made that comment, maybe. Nah, maybe it was more like a couple minutes, but either way. What is that? There's not enough context in that picture to really tell. We're gonna need more people. We do have people working on distro. That's good. How many highly educated people do we have? We have 127. We're gonna need more than that. We need, that ratio is 90 to 10, lower education to higher education. It needs to be 80-20. At least that's what I've been told. I think the last thing that I was commissioning all my construction people to do is build roads. That's exactly what I was doing. Excellent. Have they built all the roads all the way out here? Oh, they have. Excellent. And I started having working on the right-of-way to the main heat plant and main coal power plant. Nice. We were holding off on new painting? Just gravel. Yeah. How's the border looking? Okay. Okay, how's the price of oil looking? It's rebounding a little bit, but not really enough to particularly rely on. But, you know, we did import 22,000 worth of vehicles here. Our export is up around 100K, which is great. That's really good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we really can't spend money on a ruble right now. If we can help it. Any plans for at the center of the circular part to add a giant statue or something? In the roundabouts, perhaps. Sure. Now, what's the technical university on? Metallurgy. Okay. What's the research tree looking like here? We could have them do high quality living, but I'm gonna need distro before anything. You sent a flatbed to go and pick up the train builder. I did? That guy should have been able to do it, but he wasn't loading. Maybe we need a bigger flatbed. It seems your logistics aren't too well. Maybe I'm stupid, but wouldn't you want to get trains as soon as possible to promote export to make a lot of money? Trains cost a lot to get going, but yes, that would eventually be the idea. Right now, we're not making a lot. When we want to export, when we end up exporting in bulk later, yes, that's going to make a lot more sense. We're going to need to go the third world approach for now, because I have dollars. And we will educate them. Now the guy's gonna yell at me about low education. Oh! Sorry. We can't invest in trains just yet. We're close. We're close to being able to do it. No crops yet, no. We don't have enough to invest in the farming equipment for this, dudes. We're too poor to do anything. It's not that we're poor, it's that I spent a lot of money investing in stuff that's going to make us money. Now we're just waiting for that. We're waiting to get the money. Cool. Save that. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for it to catch back up. That's not gonna take long because now we can export more clothes because we have more. We're making more pants and more clothes than we were before. So you're making Lulumelon and selling it. Yeah. The expensive clothing brand. Yeah. No, I got it. Yeah, I know what it is. Lot of ah! 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 Me using the elevator to walk away. Oh, look at all these little people. So busy now. It's like a little ballet. Each one. Useful. Never mind that there's no railings right there. It's fine. Whatever. We have the Brotherhood of... And... Double up. We have higher unemployment due to lower education. That's fine. We just gotta wait for those people to get all educated up. We gotta get all them education. There we go. Get them there education. Yeah. Now that we have the walkways set up across here, people are getting into the headquarters. Which is good. I need to get distro figured out, dudes. We have to, our distribution systems will not take much more expansion here before we just can't, the bandwidth for the trucks going back and forth getting food is just not going to be enough. In the meantime, we can sit here and kind of mess with different flat designs. We put 2 of those things down. They hold 180 workers, right? 85% quality on the flat. 180 workers. 2 of them is 360. Whereas 1 that takes up the same amount of space is 220. Oh. I like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty good. Now, I mean, anybody that lives in these flats is literally going to be looking into their neighbor's flat, but it's fine. Nice. I like that. That's pretty good. How much does it cost to make these things? 128 prefabs. Okay. Why does this thing sort of look like Pripyat in the building type, sort of? Because Pripyat was a crazy planned city. Is there a node on that road? Ah, yes, that road. With the city expansion, are the new flats still in range of the automatic maintenance? Yes. Yes, they are. Actually, that would be the one to measure off of. Actually, the furthest one away would be probably the... that's a paving depot, though, so that doesn't really particularly matter. But, Andrew, that's a really good thing you just showed there. Because, yeah, all these have to set the range to cover most of the city. Good. If we don't set that range right, gonna have a bad day. How do you get the auto search ranges so large? It's not a mod. You can just set the auto search distance right there. Capatos. Ah, bridge is getting built. Very nice. We're making money. The roundabout is finished. Great. Great, 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 great. Skin gives me the ability to do things I couldn't in Timberborn. You thought my beavers had it bad? I don't... Oh? Maybe? Chicken. Monster fish? How many police stations do you have for this initial city? I just have one. And I have some judges, but I'll be honest with you. The prison... I haven't figured out how we're going to get people down here. To be honest. Is that a beam on Starbase Live? What are they using that for? You're not the first one to ask me that, Ray. Let me take a look. Yeah, somebody... Oh, that's what that was. Yeah, okay. If I had to guess, Ray, they're using that to make sure these are perfectly level. It's a gigantic level. Yep. That's my guess. They're using that to make sure that all the legs are not like this. That's a guess. I don't know. That's a guess. But that doesn't look structural. It's much too small to span that gap. So it's got to be something else. Are the water and sewage lines built for the new expansion? No, but these buildings that I just put down should be in range. They are. Yeah. I put overlap in my systems on purpose. We can expand, though, if we want. Okay, where'd you see the launch table roll out? You and me both, man. I would think they use a water level due to distance, but man, it's just a guess, can't. I don't know. What else would that be? It's clearly not structural. It's clearly something that's temporary because it's just kind of placed on top of the legs. So, like, what would you place on top of the legs like that? You'd place a level up there. But it could be some kind of guide for the OLM. Who knows? Could be ammo for the railgun. Horizontal alignment. That, once again, that's my guess. How's the car? I had the battery tested today, Sparky, at the auto parts store. Battery's fine. Yeah, so Coronet's got some electrical gremlins that I'm just not sure I understand. I'd have to go read about it more. Other than that, though, the car runs fine, dude. I started it up today. It's cranked right over. And I think the more and more we run this 318, now that we've tuned it and set the timing or anything, the more it's coming around. Because the motor, the misfire, if this makes any sense, the misfire is going away. It's going away. Like, it was missing a little bit today, but it wasn't like... It was like... Which, once again, this is really... Signs are starting to point towards the electrical, which is not something we didn't know. But the car is good enough to yard drive. I'm fine with it right now. It'll move. 8 bups to 1 pup. That's progress. Yeah, the miss is going away. Sometimes you just got to run the thing. You just got to run it, and you just got to let it run. It'll quote-unquote wake up, if that makes any sense. Heating services for that prison. Yeah, we have to figure that one out. I'm not really sure how we're going to do this. Once again, my big thing is just labor. That really the only place that's actually going to work? Whatever. Fine. It's such an inefficient use of space. Maybe I can at least move the aggregate storage back there as well. Nope, that's the only place it wants to be. I'm so freaking scared right now. No, you're not. If you were actually scared, you wouldn't be typing it into Twitch chat, fucking. Move the wall? The wall's already built. That sounds like insubordination, Fluffy. Face the wall, please, so you can admire it. How much internal storage does the small heating plant have? Not enough for me to really feel comfortable. 43 tons. Teague, Born is, I want to put enough, my rule of thumb is to put enough in there, so like during the winter, if coal just stops, you have enough stockpile to survive the entire winter. So that would be from, what, November 23rd, so November 23rd, December 23rd, January 23rd, February 23rd. Gotta last 4 months. That's my rule of thumb. With the age of wiring in my stamina, it's probably not a bad idea to replace the wire harness. We're going to need to rewire a lot of things, especially if I want to put the motor that I want to put in there. Are you going to change the rims? We're going to need a bigger tire. We're gonna need a bigger tire if the motor that I put in there, if I'm gonna put the motor in there that I'm gonna put in there. So yeah, probably. Probably. It uses 4 tons per day, give or take. With 40 ton storage, about 10 days. That is way short of your 4 month. Yeah, okay. You can do math. I appreciate that. What happens if there's 800 tons of coal attached to it in aggregate storage? That should be enough. I don't think you heard that conversation right, dude. I get that. I was just wondering if the consumption of those 2 prisons would require the extra storage. To be fair, I don't know how fast the heating plant eats up coal related to how much heat it produces. Fair. More insubordination from chat. Face the wall, please. Yeah, my forehead is bumping, man. I got a headache today. Just gonna keep drinking water. Build out the sewage. Hey, Kelly. Where did all the chat go? Sorry, headaches make me grumpy, dudes. Apologies. Coffee? I already had a cup. Maybe Clayton, yeah. I think I'm gonna put more flats over here so we can utilize the existing infrastructure that we have. Maybe not. Is the headache why you got backlash? Yeah. Maybe. No. Merbaps. Could your headache be from breathing all that burnout smoke yesterday? It's more likely that I just didn't get enough sleep. Kelly, I usually get up at 8 in the morning, and I usually don't go to bed till 2 o'clock. Making money. Not trying to be a jerk. I'm here watching you, and all because I'm trying to not worry about it, figure it out. Talking to Razor support. Razor support. It's a Razer laptop. So what's wrong? Yep. We're making cash. We're just kind of in a holding pattern right now. Got the razor, but not the shaving cream to go with it. That's not right. Okay, sorry. Do you have supplies of food and alcohol? Yeah. No alcohol. It's a dry town, though, in Grim. I have food, clothes, electronics, meat. It's not... I'm still importing. I have to get my food factory up and running. I'm working towards that. In order to really do that, I have to get this intersection ready to go. Which means we should probably, while we have time, we should probably pave this. Okay, Ingram. Hey, Vasi, what's up, dude? Or starting construction of the food factory, should you do the cargo open storage? Okay, or not? Is the plan to import crops for the alcohol and export before the farm? Yeah. The plan was always to export alcohol, but yeah, because the oil price tanking 2 or 3 times is what really put a damper on my progress here. Yeah, we gotta... Importing crops is a power move, especially for chemicals. You might want to set up a chemical plant over here, but once again, it's what's cramping my style right now is the city. Good morning. What do you think about that new electric pickup? I don't mind it, but I don't know much about it either, S. It looks cool, though. It looks like an old Bronco. Dude, if somebody just made that, like, with a 4-banger in it, and a manual transmission, that'd be pretty good. It's called a Slate, Vasia. It's simple. It's an electric vehicle, but yeah. It looks like an old Bronco. I don't necessarily mind it, to be honest, guys, but I don't know too much about it either, so... just at face value, it looks nice. It's 1 harvester, 2 tractors, and 4 convert hulls per 3 large fields. Or are you planning to buy all 30 vehicles at once? I mean, we could start... I don't have the grain silo built over here, but we could start. I don't have fire services over here either. And nor do we have fuel. Let me add that gas station there. Get a load of fuel out there. 4-cylinder with a 5-suit, that body style would sell well. I mean, Ford's selling Broncos like crazy. I see, Hillness, I'm seeing more and more Broncos with just Steelies driving around. Nothing special, just a vehicle. It doesn't need to be complicated. Why ain't van bodies with truck beds not more of a thing in the States? You even better truck bed ratio. We have those too. It's like, pickup trucks are. I mean, what you're describing is essentially a Ford Econoline. What brand is that SUV? Slate is the brand, yeah. How much does it cost, Ernock? If that thing has a price point over 40 G's, no. No. No thanks. 20K S? Nice. Good. That's how it should be. $20K is fine. Yeah, I mean, that was my next question. Okay, so that's what they want to do. That's fine. I'm cool with it. I like it. How are they hitting that 28K initial price point, scaling down to 20 as they ramp up? How are you hitting that price point with an electric vehicle? How are you going to hit that price point with any vehicle? It's not even the fact that it's an EV. $150-mile range. Okay. No bells and whistles, but yeah, you got to remember that regulations force you to put bells and whistles on your car, which makes it more expensive. That's why every car has a backup camera now. And that increases the prices of vehicles, which is why I hate backup cameras and I think they're useless. I mean, keep in mind, that's not the hill to necessarily die on. It's just an example of that type of philosophy that I can't stand. Will a 150-mile range vehicle sell? It's another interesting point. I said this once, I'll say it again. Look, you could say whatever you want about Tesla, but Tesla understands that they need to scale in order to get the price down. All right? I mean, you ask the right questions. You're asking the right questions. What do you do? Like, okay, where's your factory? You're going to need a big factory if you're going to make a lot of these things. A big factory. Where is it? The Kin L sells for $16K in China. They have a lot of factories. And a frankly ridiculous supply chain and industrial base. So where's that happening here? It's an honest question. So like, what's the game plan here? What is your plan to scale? To be fair, backup cams aren't that expensive. Of course, they're not great, and a good one will cost you. Woody, it's not the fact that backup cams are expensive, okay? that is not your end-all be-all price point of like why vehicles are expensive today. It's that plus a bajillion freaking airbags that you have to put in the vehicle, plus infotainment, plus a stereo, plus all this other nonsense that you don't need. You don't need that. All right? You know, airbags are there for your safety. That's fine. Okay, cool, great. They're mandated. You have to have them. You cannot sell a car, right? You cannot sell a vehicle like that without bags. They have to have them. They have to have a catalytic converter. They have to have emissions controls. If you sell it in California, it has to have a bunch of smog control stuff on it, right? There's carbon tax credits like with EVs and stuff, but that's more the opposite thing. But there's all this stuff that we made like a mandatory thing for automobiles. It was a mandatory thing that you had to have a backup camera. You had to have this. You have to have this. You have to have this. You have to have this. It started basically in 1967, where they revamped all the rules for safety. You had to have seatbelts. Seatbelts used to be optional. You have to have a seatbelt. Now it's against the law. You can't not put seatbelts in a car, and it's against the law in some states to actually not drive with your seatbelt on. Do you see what I'm talking about here? All that stuff. The backup camera is just one example of it's one microcosm of what basically takes car prices and makes, like, everybody's wondering where their $20,000 car is. Guess what, man? You have to put all this crap in it by law that's going to make it heavier. It's going to make it less efficient, right? And it's there for your safety, whatever that means, right? You know what? You want to know the best way to be safe in a car? Don't drive like an idiot. If everybody operated with that modus operandi right there, probably be okay, but no, we can't tackle that problem. Can't do that, no. So now cars have to have all this crap on them. That's why you see $80,000 pickup trucks. I mean, belts and crash protection are kind of good. Okay, you guys are missing the point. That's okay. The auto shutoff switch. There you go, Jigsy. Something that's arguably useless. The auto shutoff switch on cars is there to make you feel better that you have a horribly fuel inefficient car because it's heavy and it has all this crap attached to it. EVs are getting more expensive than normal cars because of the weight. I don't know, Violent. I can't really speak to it. But do you see what I'm saying, guys? It's not one particular thing, right? It's not one particular thing. It's all these things combining to make the car more and more and more and more and more and more complicated that you're eventually going to end up paying 50 G's for an economy vehicle. Do you see what I'm talking about? No, 80K is mid to high range SIG. But, I mean, yeah, it's... all that stuff adds up. All that stuff adds up. All that stuff makes cars, you know, like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but, like, you know, in the 90s and the 2000s, we're making these push to make cars more fuel efficient, right? And we moved in that direction. And then we started adding all this crap to them, and now they're inefficient again. You see what I'm saying? All that stuff adds up. It's not that one particular thing, like a backup camera, or seat belts, or an airbag, right? That's not that like one particular thing is bad over another, right? It's all this stuff combining together and being mandatory and be like, no, it's the law. You can't make cars. That basically puts a high barrier of entry into the automaking business because there's so many freaking rules. There's so many rules that you have to abide by for your safety, right? And that's why we don't have something like a Toyota Corolla nowadays, like a small Toyota Corolla or a Ford Bronco or a very simple Jeep, right? Or something like that cool Toyota pickup truck that they made it that can only sell in Japan. They can't sell it here because it doesn't meet our safety standards or whatever. Like, how is the point that I'm trying to make is how is Slate going to get around that? Does that make sense? How are they going to bypass that at a 20K price point? How is that possible? What are you going to do that? That's all. It's just a very interesting thing. Oh crap, something's on fire. Okay. Unsafe for only Americans. Well, Sig, that's exactly my point. Nobody wants to address the root problem in this country, that our driving standards are frankly atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle that problem. Nobody wants to say, no, you're driving like crap. So we kind of sit here and cope and make, oh, well, seatbelts have to be safe. Seatbelts have to be safe. And then it's so ridiculous, we've gotten to a point where a pickup truck from Japan is considered an unsafe vehicle in the United States because it doesn't have all the safety features. You know, the Japanese, known for their cars that are unsafe. If we weren't so car dependent, we could increase driving standards, but for now, stuck having to let almost anyone drive. Yeah, Nate, I really don't think it's that big of a deal to, you know, have more stringent driving standards. Really, I really don't think that that's, you know, that big of a deal asking people to, I don't know, use their turn signal. Not switch lanes, switch across like 4 lanes on the highway. I don't think that's much to ask, to be honest with you. Honestly, in the EU, brake lights are red and blinky lights are yellow. In America, brake lights are red as well as blinky lights. Personally, I find this a safety problem. Turn signal is a different color in this country, dude. They are not the same color. I have no idea where you heard that. Japan car's not safe, but the Cybertruck is. That's what I'm saying, Ted. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You wonder why the American auto industry took a dump? Well, there you go. Part of it is the government freaking saying that you have to do this, 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 you have to do fuel standards, you have to do this, you have to meet emission standards, you have to do this, all that crap has been happening since the late 60s, right? All that crap has been happening. Over time, it forces your industry into stagnation. So what do they do to combat that problem? Chicken tax. Which is, see what I'm saying? And all that ends up, all we get as the consumer is a price point of a vehicle that is basically what was the cost of a house 50 years ago, even adjusted for inflation. It's ridiculous. People out there just throwing out 120 G's for a freaking car. That's ridiculous. There is not a chance in hell that thing cost, any car cost $100,000 to make. Not a chance. Even if you made it by hand, there is no chance. Like no automation, you made everything by hand. There's no way a car costs $100,000. Material cost is maybe 10%, 20% of that. Maybe. There's no way. I think you're oversimplifying your argument down to just regulatory burden. Well, that has a lot to do with it, Buck. But yeah, I mean, it's just if cars have all this crap that you don't need. And just steer us back on course. How is Slate getting around that with a $28,000 price point? That's my question, which no one has answered yet. Nice, Trunxel. Yeah. Ford sells the Maverick for 24 base. Yeah, that's fine. And Buck, to be honest with you, I don't really have a problem with the Maverick. How are they getting around it? Do you know how they're getting around it? They manufacture it overseas. That's how they're getting around it. Actually, Ford got nailed with a chicken tax on transit vans a couple of years ago, dude. I don't know if you knew that. They just make the components overseas. My problem is the dealer model, which is like a 15K markup. It's all about that profit margin, isn't it? It's crazy to me how people don't get this, dude. Like, is that what they teach in business school? Just make more money all the time? Like, Buck, you know, and just anybody, you guys ever play like, you ever play like a flight simulator or make a plane in Kerbal, right? And you're trying to make the plane go higher, right? You're climbing, and then eventually your plane thrust to weight ratio is not going to be able to handle that climb anymore as you get higher and higher in the atmosphere, right? So what do? What's the idea? You keep going up this way, you're going to stall and you'll crash. What's the solution there? Nose down. Gain some airspeed, and then you can fly higher. Is this, do they not teach that? No, just profits all the time. Do they not? Like, I'm confused. The flight termination system. I mean, sometimes, like, and you'd think that somebody would be like, yep, that's the right move, right? Like, the solution is obviously bigger engines. Right? Okay. Yuki, you got it. All right. Take a hit on profit. Are you crazy? Like, I don't get, this is not rocket science, dude. Like, is that... Like, how people don't understand that is beyond me. I don't get it. I generally don't understand. Like, do these, like, there must be something about running a company or something. Like, it must be something that makes you crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I can't see me. There you go. The shareholders? Well, yeah. Yep. See what I'm saying, dudes? Like, yeah, I mean, that doesn't necessarily pertain too much to Slate, but yeah, I mean, I'm still wondering how Slate is going to do that. What is our loyalty at right now? We're at 70. It's going up. We got the crime down, which is good. We have some people that are starving, which means, yeah, our distro systems are not going to... pay them shareholders, yeah. Takes a license to get a dog. Not everybody's up to task a decision making. Yeah. Amazon accidentally made a Kuiper deployment tweet. I don't know, man. It's just, yeah. You know, like, if you stop, right? If you stop, you lose money for a little bit, right? You level off, and then you can climb higher. Like, because you're like, I don't know. Just, maybe I'm crazy, dude. I watched a video of someone on YouTube who bought a crashed supercar from 600K for 200K to restore to make a profit. The problem is this was a new car, and the crash sensor prevented the car from starting, and this code was not yet developed. I do not understand what is the point of this. Crash sensor preventing the car from starting. Well, it's for your safety. It's for your safety. You can't restart the car after an accident. It's for your safety. Hey, Garfagon, what's up? How? That's my question. They extended road closures to Massey's today. Looks like they're moving Ship 35 for a static fire, 36 for cryoproofing, and Test Tank 17 for pressure testing all in one go. Nice. Hit and runs because you're going to mistake the $300,000 supercar for somebody else's $300,000 supercar? Yes? Okay, fair. That's the stuff that I'm talking about, Violent. It's all that extra stuff that you don't really need, but we put on there to basically mask the problem that people don't know how to freaking drive. Like, fuel pump kill switch. Don't want the fuel pump to spill all over the place if a line ruptures. Guys, yeah, Wayfair, that's the other thing, dude. All these safety features, people still die in cars. Because the safety features make you think you have talent you don't have. I see this every day when I drive in my state. Every day, dude. I have been having fun coding the Pip-Boy I got on your birthday. Nice, Garfagon, that's cool. Oh yeah, Fluffy, it's useless. Yep. Do you think that people not knowing how to drive is the base problem, or do you think it goes deeper, like if there are too many people on the road? Do you think people not knowing how to drive is the base problem, or do you think it goes deeper? I think it really starts with lax driving standards, which really has to come, I think that really just comes from entropy, to be honest with you. You know? Like, I can speak for my state, guys. My driving test was a joke. I did not need to study for a driver's test. It was a joke. I took 3 left turns, parallel parked, and got my license. To get my learner's permit when I was 16, I answered 10 questions. What do you do at a stop sign? There were multiple choice. Try German driving test. I guarantee you I could pass TUV. Technophobic. I guarantee you I could. Dude, you don't know the hellhole that I grew up in learning to drive. I could pass that easily. In Quebec, you had mandatory driving classes. They were made optional, and now they're back to mandatory. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's where it really starts, NG. It really starts with just not... Like, dude... Okay, so in the US, right? you guys already said that cars, you need to have a car. You don't have a car, in like 90% of the areas in the United States, if you don't have a car, you're screwed. Like in Boston, we have trains. You can take the train, you can take the bus. But that's only Boston, New York, Philly, Chicago, Los Angeles, kind of. San Francisco has BART, which exists, right? What else? I mean, Chicago has SEPTA, which, or no, that SEPTA is Philly, but, you see what I'm, so like, you have to. So why isn't driving mandatory? Why isn't a driver's ed class mandatory? You should have to take that. Yeah, Baron, exactly. Our public transit system here is a glorified point-to-point ride-share service. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I thought driver's ed was mandatory. If you turn 18, you don't need to do driver's ed, at least in Massachusetts. No. But that's what I'm talking about, guys. Angie, I think it has much more to do with just lax driving standards. You know, it's so ridiculously easy to just go get your license. Anybody can do it. We don't take, you know, we like to think that we take road safety seriously, but we don't. Dude, I watch the local news here every day in Massachusetts. Every day, somebody dies on the highway. Every day, without question. They'll be going through the local news copy and they'll be like, oh, a Newton man was killed in a high-speed collision on I-95 today when a drunk driver was driving down the wrong side of the road. Or, you know, a driver was killed today when they tried to pull in front of a semi-truck. Like, dude, every day, without question. Like, it happens all the time. Newton man turned into Fig Newton. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, dude. When I get in that car, I don't do anything else. My head's on a swivel all the time. I don't trust it. I don't trust nobody. Dark Eagle launched this morning and look what was conveniently nearby. Yep. Interesting. Scary thing is you could do everything right and still die. We shouldn't have to, it shouldn't be that way, Jigsy. It doesn't have to be that way. You know? It doesn't have to be that way, dude. It doesn't have to be like this. Got some nice live sensor calibration. Right. Dude, it starts with just good driving standards, dude. Dude, I drove to the auto parts store and back today, dude. I don't know. It's a short drive, maybe 15, 20-minute drive, right? Like, I probably saw 4 or 5 people break the law. Yeah. Between passing on the right, going through red lights, blowing a stop sign. I'd say 4 or 5 people. Just blatant traffic violations. Like, that's what I mean. What the cops ain't gonna do nothing about it. They break the law too. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, people, you know, politicians look at that statistic and go, oh, we got to make the cars safer. No. I would like to see it on stream, but I cannot find a free English theory test. Dude, is there one in German, Techno? I'll do it. Dude, I'll do it. I mean, I don't know. Are your rules the same? I'm wondering if your driving laws are the same. At face value, they do seem the same. Your girlfriend grew up in Morocco. She needed to study for 6 months for the driving exam. Exam itself with 2 parts, 80 questions from From road code to mechanic questions, then a 3-part road test. Took her 3 times to get her license. Why are we so bad? Yeah, I don't understand, Drunksel. I don't know why we don't deal with this. Do you have demerit points? Yeah, you can lose points on your license. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, like there's no... Dons, there ain't no requirement anymore. I'm telling you, my driving test, 3 left turns, parallel park. That's it. You passed. Bye-bye. Get out of here. Next. Like... No. Violent. Nope. 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 Not inviting that conversation in here. Absolutely not. Stick to cars, please. Yeah, Neb, there you go. Anyway, guys, the reason why I'm even talking about this is because I'm just waiting to get some cash back in the bank before we make our next move. Just in case anybody's wondering. Clothing factory does seem to be working. We're running 3% unemployment, 33 due to lower education. But we need more people with higher education. Distro rules are almost done. Party headquarters is working correctly. How many Okay, I have extra construction equipment. Let's get the House of Culture up and running. And build that stupid fountain. Why not? You know what? We're up over 100 Gs. Making some pretty healthy profit. 65 to 93. Build that too. Really, Pepines. Crazy. Cement factory at the gravel site. We could, Johan. Yeah. Let's go to construction materials. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to turn this into a soapbox thing. But yeah. How is Slate going to... How Slate's going to come in at a 28k price point and scale is a very interesting question. I'm wondering how they're going to do that. Yeah, post a link. Sure, man. Would it be interesting... Would EJ be interested in a low-tech game and workers and resources, meaning you build more sustainable cities or pop to get tech points or research stuff? Self-imposed rules, no mods. Probably not. Hold on 1 second. Alright, I like this. That's funny, Michael. Brakes? Interesting. Okay, get wrecked. Let's see. What does that mean? That's the ABS symbol in my car, for what it's worth. That's what I mean about the stuff being different. Wrong already! Let's see. What does this traffic sign mean? Ours would have a an X going through it. See, the symbols are different, damn it. If it was in the States, we'd have red with an X through it. It would have a line going through it. Huh. My guess is that would be a mandatory left, but our left turn doesn't look like this. It's gray. It's gray with a black mark that actually has a turn in it. It has a line here that goes that way. So let's say mandatory left. That's narrow road. Vehicles wider than indicated prohibited. We don't have a sign like that, dude. U.S. is not one of the countries that didn't sign on the standardization of signs, and you guys barely use pictograms. Our signs are more intuitive than these, Sig. I can 100% say that with confidence. Watch for loose chippings on the road surface. Slippery road. End of a lane. I'm gonna say that's end of the overtaking. What does this sign mean? Well, if the motorcycle thing is anything, it's be trucks prohibited. Yeah, there you go. What does this sign mean? Warning for a curve to the left. That's a 4% grade. Steep descent. Left to right, so up. That would be steep ascent. Yeah. What does this symbol mean? There's 127 of these damn things? Yeah, tire pressure. Mandatory right. I'd say left then right. Yep. What does this sign mean? Mandatory straight. Warning for a danger with no specific traffic sign, yeah. Drive straight ahead or turn left, mandatory. Cars prohibited. Warning for traffic jams. What does this symbol mean? Steering problem. Traffic side, steep descent. See what I mean? Warning for a traffic light. Yeah. I got your signage nomenclature pretty quick. That's a weight restriction. Sorry, I thought you were a deer. Parking allowed. Less distance than indicated. Vehicles higher than indicated. I'm gonna say mandatory truck lane. Oh, leaving less distance than indicate prohibited. Oh, okay. But why is it trucks? I don't understand that one. trucks take longer to stop. Adidas! Think workers. Umwelt zone? What does this traffic sign mean? I don't know what Umwelt means. I have no idea what that means, dude. Environmental zone? Yep. Curve of the main road. Interesting. Alright, cool. We can go into more. We can go more into that later. It's angry. I think those are the new signs for the EU. Interesting. I mean, most of those are pretty intuitive, but we have different signs, dudes. But the rules, I think, are the same. Welcome to our world. Bro, some of those signs were just straight up not intuitive at all. Like, just an arrow pointing to the left is mandatory left turn. Alright? Our left turn signs have an arrow that starts this way and then actually turns to the left. Now check out the road signs in Workers and Resources. Yeah, there you go. For you, they aren't. Yeah, but Burns, if you came here and you saw our left turn sign, you'd know exactly what it means. There wouldn't be that, oh, well, it's not familiar to you sign. Just saying. Should be all different in each country manually. Yeah, our signage is the same across basically the entire continent. Just saying. Like, our red circle has, it looks like the Ghostbusters logo. So it's a red circle with an X through it, with a red line through it. Yeah, I know, Sneaky. US is dumbed down for global intelligence. So are our signs more intuitive, or are they dumbed down? Pick one. I'll wait. So the new EU signs are closer to Soviet-era signs. What did they mean by this? Alright, we're building out these buildings here. We got the new gallery of art, we got a fountain, we got a new sports hall. We're up at 123. We're bringing in... Okay, we're bringing in a lot, but we're also spending a lot. But I think we're importing, last month, fuel. We imported a ton of fuel, but we did bring in a lot of asphalt and steel. Okay, cool. Are the clothing fabric factory maxed out on workers yet? No, they are not. It was originally theorized that I needed the entire pie slice here to get that thing running correctly. But if I had to guess now... Okay. Oh boy. Oh... Yep. It's... Yeah. No. Don't want that. I believe the US signage is there to be able to be easily understood by newer drivers. I'm telling you, our signs are pretty damn intuitive. What I'm telling you, and our road system... I mean, you guys are going to try to tell us our road signs don't make sense? The country that, like... You know, really does that whole car thing. Like, that's what I mean. Like, okay, that's weird. But yeah, the problem is nobody ever reads them. you have any input on poor roads, as in, are they in any engineering or design ideas that could be used to reduce the fits of bad roads road work? You have too much reading to do on American signs. I've never once had that problem, Techno. Ever. Like, ever. Boston drivers is as bad as Michigan drivers. Michigan drivers are not bad compared to Boston drivers, too, man. Instead of the symbol being understood at an unfocused glance or side eye, you need to move your eyes to read it. Where are you guys getting this from? Where our symbols aren't like that? I was driving on a highway like 2 hours ago. Where are you guys getting this from? And I don't understand. Have you ever driven in this country, or? Yeah, Nick, pretty much. Do a U.S. road test to show them. I mean, I drove across the entire country twice and streamed it. I don't understand. You need some Michigan lefts in your city? Oh boy. Like, I don't understand where you're getting that your signs have too much text on them. I've never seen like a basic road sign that doesn't have more than like 3 words on it, and it usually has 3 words and a symbol as well. I don't understand. I think they're talking about highway signs. I don't know what they mean. How are you going to symbolize that this road goes to this city without words? Yeah, it didn't really work, Garfagon. Here's the U.S. traffic test.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Okay, that one has too much text on it. Okay, I get that one. That one makes sense. The road, we don't, that, I never see that sign at all. Our road narrowing sign is, like, has 2 lines and 1 line goes in. Oh, an advisory speed limit. Oh. No one ever uses that sign, ever. I've never seen a yellow sign like that, except at a construction site, I guess. Stop and give way to all drivers approaching from the right. I like that one. Warning for a railroad crossing with 1 railway, yeah. Oh yeah, that is handbrake. Or that's warning for a curb. That's cruise control. That's engine management. Yeah, warning for emergency vehicles. I think EU signs can't have any text because of the different languages. US only has to use English. Yellow speed signs are only ever used below another diamond sign, like a sharp curve. Yeah, like, I can't remember in recent memory a yellow speed limit sign. That's the railroad crossing. Dude, we don't have that sign in Massachusetts, believe it or not. We do not have that. Ours is that symbol, but it says rotary on it instead. We don't call them roundabouts in this state. They're rotaries. I've never seen that sign ever. That sign doesn't exist. A tram side is only used in California. I've seen it, goalie. I only see these signs on the highway when they're doing construction. I want to say bad road surface, but it's gonna say it's warning for a speed bump. Told you. None of my cars have. That's the defroster. We have a different side for roundabouts, yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's that one. Yeah, see? That's what our turning signs. That's what our turning signs look like. That's what I mean. It has an arrow that actually turns to the left. Oh, I hit prohibited. God damn it, I'm stupid. That's what our speed limit signs look like. Last, please. Last, please. Last, please. We have these advisories on highway on and off ramps when I was driving at my dad working. About the curve. These are really just suggestions. Nobody does that. He loses grip from stitches. Okay, sometimes you should listen to those. Nice. 50, so it's 80. Yeah, that means in Massachusetts that means drive 60. Anyway, let's get back to workers. I'm just trying to pad some cash. That's why I'm doing these tests. It's farm time? That was fun. That's a pretty good time. I've paved that segment of road only because these are emergency vehicles. Yeah, Little Willie, that's what I was wondering. Like, I was really more expecting tests.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Why aren't koalas considered bears? Because they don't have the koalifications.
Hi, Geeson. Alright, are we gonna go get that? We're gonna go get that other truck, or the track builder. Which give me a track builder. And do that gravel road there. All that gravel's all filled in. Cool. Now let's get that one too. There we go. Has anyone built Chernobyl in this game yet? I'm sure someone's done it. I'm just going to temporarily take a flatbed from here, from the crane hauling depot. Put him over here. Right. New stop, right here. Load. Disassembled. Unload. And then... yeah, just go do that. And then actually at least once illness. UK driving theory. Yeah. I want to play the game, but yeah. Yeah. Point is, dude, I know what I'm doing on the road. Some people don't, but... how are these places coming along? Concrete that's holding me up. What's that border look like? Okay, it's not bad. Every time I plan out an airport, I just really struggle finding a use for it, Survey Slave. Glorious Republic is glorious. Did you get the car running smooth yesterday? Yep. The misfire is slowly going away, uncapping. Yep. Sure you know how to drive well. Yeah. Thanks, man. I'm very, very, very anal retentive about that. Almost time for glorious death of bitrate. Yep. sure staring at the white map all day is really gonna... It's really gonna help my headache. Okay, we got the bridge up here done, which is good. Are these lines finished at all? Oh, that's what we're waiting on. We gotta assign the... Good. Wash your face with some cold water. There's no plumbing up here, dude. By the way, greetings from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Nice. Almost got logistics optimization done. We have enough prefabs to start construction here. In the garage. In my house I do violent, but my house is a little ways away, dude. It's a trip to go down there. It's not a message I want to see right now. 0% unemployment is killing me. Easy, just dig a 6-foot deep trench and lay water to the garage. Guys, my head's killing me. I can't think straight. I've been trying to. My head's killing me. I might shorten part 31 a little bit, dude, and then come back for Flame Trench, if you guys don't mind. Yeah, just a nasty migraine today. And I have to shake it before Flame Trench. So, yeah, fellas, I'm gonna stop this a little bit early. Sorry about that. My head's just killing me. Didn't really stream a lot today, only 2 hours. It's gross. But anyway, I'll see you guys back here at around 5 for Flame Trench. Okie dokie? Yeah, just couldn't shake this one today. I tried. Headaches are one of the only things that I can't stream. I can stream when I'm, sick. Stream when you got a runny nose. Like, I can even stream when my voice is going, right? Headaches, You can't do it. Because the light's just shining in your face all the time. Oh, man. Yeah, it's not fun. So I'm going to go lie down for a little bit, and then I'll be back for Flame Trench, okay? Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. I hope you enjoyed part 31. We didn't really play much workers, but that's because this is all hurting right now. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Be back in a little bit.